Hola, mis amigos norteamericanos. Welcome, people. Welcome. Hi. My name is Quinn with PTSD, while black, and I don't speak Spanish. I I can read it, but I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Anywho, um, I'm here today for a comedy moment. This channel can be so painful and serious all the time. So let's have a lighter moment, shall we? Because I have to do my hair anyway for the night. Um, so yesterday I had taken my pain medication because the cold weather was really getting to me. And I came up with a great idea for a show because I'd heard on the news on how Elon Musk had polled the Twitter users on should he step down from his position. And the Twitter user said yes. And then he said, well, be careful what you wish for. And it just made me think, like, what could be worse, right? What could be worse? And then I thought about the fact that I have not worked for another company for the last 6 years because of a car accident and then ending up with a brain injury like with like a month after I moved. A month after I moved, ending up with a brain injury. I was supposed to go to college, but I ended up with a brain injury, right? So I'm like, what if there was a TV show where billionaire CEOs swap jobs with people who have brain injuries? And if the people who have brain injuries do a better job, then they win like a college education and what was it? $500 million. It's like a huge, amazing cash prize award. $500 million sounds great because, like, I was thinking of the billionaires who are like, man, money that they're just like floofing away, you know, like especially if they all bet amongst themselves, like, you know, somebody with a brain injury can do your job better than you. Oh my god. So it's kind of like The Apprentice, but there's no team. It's just that this brain injured person has been given training under a short amount of time to go in and do this billionaire's jobs. Now, of course, the person with the brain injury, me, I was thinking of doing this based on my story. It's my story and my history. So I'm not liable for any damages that happen to your company. I am not liable for any losses you experience at all. In fact, you're going to write off those losses anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? Right. So I'm not liable for any damages to the company's reputation or anything. And if you make a profit having a brain injured person on the job, then they win. That's how they win. Um, and any profit that that you get from having that brain injured person on the job, um, like, you keep the profit that you've received with that person on the job, but see, memory loss is a thing. And the brain injured individual wins a huge, huge prize of getting an education, getting support that they need to have work that is accommodated to their abilities. Okay. So, one, it builds TBI awareness. Two, it provides a charity opportunity and a write off for companies. Right. Right. Three, um, if if the brain injured person is unable to do the job, they have to be a writer for Saturday Night Live for a certain period of time. For me, that would be a hellish job because, like, their comedy is just not that fun to me. And plus, for several years, a lot of the writing was really racist. So for someone who is differently abled and black, that's just like a nightmare. So that's what I thought. I'd end up with a job at Saturday Night Live or whatever stand. Plus, if it's in New York, I have to go to New York. Hell no, I'm from California. That's a nightmare. um, so that's an idea. And yeah, especially with this winter storm. Oh no, no, no. Oh, no, 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 baby. Mm-mm. So, are you smarter than a brain injury? Ba-dum-bow. That's my game show name. Are you smarter than a TBI survivor or exit only? That's the name of the show. And I laughed because I was like, you can also have people from like the sex industry. Because I was like, I'll do pretty much any job, except I don't want to do anything in the porn industry. And I'm like, unless that's part of the job, I was like, I don't, no, I won't put anything up my butt unless that's part of the job. And my husband and I laughed for quite a while at that idea. Um, because then if it's part of the job, then okay, so there's like all this tension that you're building on. Will this person do this really wacky, wild, off the wall kind of thing? Or what kind of crazy, dumpster fires may happen as a result of having someone with a brain injury lead a company? And here's the other thing: for the millionaires and billionaires who are betting amongst each other, you guys are razzing each other and laughing at each other. You get to, if somebody can do your job, you lose. So you would have to, by default, um, you would have to like make a donation to uh, reparations for people of color, specifically for those of African descent, those who are descended of the enslaved in the United States of America. You would have to make donations towards reparations to where 6 Black families receive an award of, I was just saying $1 million because I was making up numbers off the top of my head, but like 500,000 and up. Um, and again, that's a tax write off for you. Okay. And because you've made that donation of reparations, then you aren't owed any other money towards reparations in the United States of America. See, I like to think win-win. That's the way my brain works. That's the way my brain worked before the brain injury. And now it's like way worse. And my husband is snoring because he's like, man, I had to listen to this crazy idea yesterday. Um, so maybe, um, but that's the idea. What do you think? Could it work? I don't know. Maybe we could try to find something out. Yeah, or I end up, because like also thinking, because of my brain injury, I have not, I couldn't go to school. It was so funny because I moved here due to the car accident to try to go to school, and then I ended up with a brain injury, so I haven't gone to college. So I just have a high school education and a certification as a hypnotherapist. That's it. Um, so yeah, it's like, could I do your job? And if I could do your job, okay. What was the other thing? I think that's about it. It's mostly summarized. I grew up watching Keenan Thompson and all that, so I'm so glad that he's on Saturday Night Live. His cheeks are absolutely adorable, and I'm so happy for him. But I know he's like, please, please give me better writers, because people who wrote for all that did some better jokes, y'all. Seriously, seriously, or maybe just everything made me laugh as a preteen teenager. So there's that too. Yeah, but I was a Mad TV kid. Hate to tell you guys, Mad TV was so wrong on so many levels, so not PC and not appropriate for today at all. But they had the jokes. Stewie, look what I can do. Okay. And I'm not even a Twitter user, by the way, Elon. So yeah, I'm not a twit. Not a twit. Um, but like the reason why I thought of this whole thing is because the people in my brain injury support group meeting, they said it when I first came in. They're like, we need shirts that say I have a brain injury. I'm not stupid. Just because we have brain injuries does not mean that we don't retain many of the skills that we had. It's just the functioning to get to those skills is like dampened, or it has been slowed down, or there's 1,001 stupid steps in the way, like getting confused when I'm holding stuff in my hand, or I have to use the bathroom and I can't think of my PIN number at this time. That kind of stuff. Yeah, just letting you know that's some of the fun that could happen. So, what do you think? Mm-hmm. Shall we pitch this? Yeah, yeah. If anybody takes this idea, you owe me like $250 million, and because this is like all rights reserved and stuff. Um, it's like a combination of If You're Smarter Than a Fifth Grader meets The Apprentice, but yeah, but not. um, yeah, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Till next time, y'all. Peace.